Good evening, fellow punters. On a Monday evening, Mickey D with you here about 7 o'clock with three each way nice priced horses for tomorrow. After a so-so day, Buick rode a very confident race on local dynasty in the first race to get up on the line. Looking at it, you'd always say, yeah, he's going to get there. He's a great lad to have a few pound on. He'd do the job for you. He doesn't make many mistakes. He reminds you a lot of Donnacha O'Brien or Pat Smullen down through the years, that he doesn't get into awkward situations. And then in the next race, Vino Victrix, the race probably came too soon after going 2 miles only 9 days ago. But the horse that won it, and I wouldn't mind, Wise Eagle had won 2 races for us in August in the space of 5 days. And Vino Victrix actually never had won a race. He got beaten by Short Head when we tipped him up in Kempton. We had a forecast, I think, that night, all right, reverse forecast with Maru. And we didn't tip him up in the Cesarovich the last day. And the word that I always use down through the years is the word loyalty. And I should have stayed loyal to him, I suppose. And I wouldn't mind, I done a reverse forecast and he was 4th. But it probably came too soon for him. And the other one, just the line that I took with the 3rd run for a new trainer didn't work today. It works sometimes, it doesn't work other times. You can see it drifted from 12s out to 22, a bit of late money for it, but we might get that again on the all-weather over the winter. We'll keep an eye on it. But anyway, not much damage done. Tomorrow, tonight there was a couple of winners there tipped up in the last, I made a few pound. Sean McCoy, he's 2 for 2 now with 2 tips he has put up, and the 2 of them have won. The real McCoy, I called him after the first day, and he said if it breaks in the first 3 it'll win. Broke last, but it still won. Good lad, keep it up. And then Covington in the 6:30 had tipped up a 5-1 winner. So that's, if you're having a bet, just go back on into the comment section. It might help you, and it might put you off other times, but there's a great help there altogether. It's a great buzz reading the comments and people trying to do their best for all the passengers, and it's absolutely mighty. That's what we started up and we're trying to continue to do. Tomorrow on the 3:38 at Newcastle, it's a 6 furlong race. A 3-year-old won it last year, and I'm picking a 3-year-old again this year. Fast and Loose. It's out of No Name Never. Trained by Kevin Ryan, and Tom Eves is riding. It's a half-brother to that good horse, Piper's Note, that won 12 races, and it was rated in the early hundreds when it was in its peak. It used to be with Ruth Carr in the finish-up. But it only raced once as a 2-year-old. 9 runs this year, and it won over 7 furlongs in Catterick. It made all rated 75. In its last run, it has beaten a Short Head in the Bronze Cup in Ayr, on Ayr Gold Cup Day. That was 2nd of 24 of 78. It shoved up 3 pounds. The draw is just a little query about it. It's drawn 12. But the fact to have it out so fast and it's a fresh enough horse, it's 13-2. I thought we could have a pint each way in it. And then at the 4:08 at Newcastle, it's a mile race, 14 declared. So the horse there that only ran last Saturday, Cleverly's. It's only his 3rd run for David O'Meara. This is his 4th trainer. It's only a 4-year-old. It started off with Michael Dodds, and it won a race of 75, I think it was, when it was with Michael Dodds. And then it went to Ken Condon. It won a race for him off 70. And then went to Richard O'Brien. It ran decent enough. It ran a couple of nice races in the Curragh. And I think that it's 65 now, or 64. That was well enough handicapped. It opened up at 14-1 and it was put into 12s within a few minutes. So I like to see early money for a horse like that. And it's shorter, it's only 8th with the Green Bouquet. So the fact that it's out so fast again, the soft ground that ran on and it ran on heavy the previous run that Danny Tudhope was on, he was only beaten 2 lengths, he was 4th of 7. But he was beaten the last day, he was 6th. But the good to soft and to 7 furlongs. He's better at a mile, goodish ground. So he has a lot of boxes ticked for tomorrow, I thought, at a good price. Tut Hope does his good turns now and again. A pint each way at that. But I have it back to 14s. It was into 12s then. But it was only 8s with the green bouquet. And another one that's running a third run back after a layoff in the 7:30 at Kempton is a mile 4 race, 14 declared. The top weight is Bright Start. It's a 12 to 1 shot, paying 4 places. It's out of Megliadori. That's a USA bred, and it's bred for the goo, like. But it had 2 runs in Medan in the spring, and it has 2 runs then recently in the UK, but they were on soft and good to soft ground. It needs a firm surface because it won a maiden in Medan in 2021. First time at the trip, but the fact that they're giving it a run this time of the year, as much money as they have, you know, they're out to make a few pounds as well, I suppose, and keep the bills paid. So that's the 12 to 1 shot. It's a third run back after the layoff. I like that angle. It's something I used to follow on dirt horses in America years ago. And then something I asked you to do last week, and you honoured it. I asked you to face the puck out. It's out tomorrow, but it opened up at 10 to 11 with the green bookie, and it opened up at 5 to 4 with 365. And it's 10 to 11 with William Hill. So I'm not going to put it up at that, and I didn't get a chance to look to see could I get a double with it, to double it up with something else. I'll try, and if I do, I'll put it up in the description later on. Something that'll run beforehand that might give us a few quid going on to it, because I wouldn't put up something at odds on at all. But it's carrying £7 more than it did last week, and you'd imagine the way it won last week that £7 wouldn't hold it back. I thought we might get 2 to 1, but we didn't. Maybe it'll drift tomorrow. I will see. But anyway, that's it. Good racing coming up in the next couple of days. Bash the bookies, over and out. Oh, thanks very much for the nice comments last night. The impulsive way I done the video came out well. A good few liked it, which is good to see. And you never know, we might have a surprise for you later in the week on the channel. Good luck. Adios.